it may not necessarily be specific to the tools we have today, but we need to make some inroads. And it's not just us. This is a segment issue in that there's been a lot of enhancement and accessibility to private equity solutions to our clients and other clients. And it's one of those still really attractive pieces where value can be driven on a performance level. And there are now solutions that are driving that, not just to clients that qualify. You've got accredited and qualified, where you can now have tranches as low as $100,000 acceptance. And we've got a real challenge that's a manual process. It's an experience that you can't mess up from a reputation risks. And so we've got technology issues relative to the custodian of that, relative to the plumbing, and to the providing performance information, all the way to aggregating that within somebody's balance sheet. And how do we deal with that? So one of our focuses is how do we streamline that? And we're trying to look to entities to help us with that. And some of that is actually maybe even workflow driven as much as it is client experience driven, but they all kind of come together. And I think we got to be really careful about that, because it's one of those you really can't mess up, because there's some real client reputation risk when you provide these non-liquid asset opportunities to clients that may not fully understand them. They understand them enough to be qualified for it, but until they experience it, it's not like what just populates on their digital experience tool that's today's updated value, because it's not. So that's one area that we're spending some time. And I think probably a lot of your clients, as well as a lot of our peers, is we're got to figure out what our position at the very least is on crypto. We need to have a position.
Right.
And I think it's probably getting out there away from us a little bit, that we need a little bit more than a position, because a couple things are going to happen. Somebody, and this is not just wealth and trust, somebody is going to walk in as a small business and say, hey, I want to pay off my commercial loan with Bitcoin. What are we going to do with that? Somebody's going to pass away, and we're going to have an asset, which is characterized as a commodity today. And how are we going to handle that? Even before we talk about solving it for a client in an asset management scenario where 1 in 5 people now own it.